At the beginning of the story, we see a man named Dante. This morning when he woke up, he noticed that his wife was 7 months pregnant. Seeing this, Dante was almost driven mad. He could not understand what on earth was going on, because when he had gone to sleep the previous night on his birthday, everything had been completely normal. He checked the date and found out that a whole year had passed. His next birthday was today. Anyway, he started to feel that all of this must be just some illusion. He bathed in cold water and then slept for a little while, thinking that when he woke up everything would be completely normal again. After sleeping for some time, when he came out of the bedroom, he happily noticed that Alice's belly was gone. Dante thought that was great. It was just a dream. He told Alice everything. Alice laughed and said that yes, it was just a dream. I do not want to get pregnant again so soon. Just then, the sound of a baby crying came from the living room. Slowly walking toward the cradle, Dante saw a tiny little girl. Alice picked up the baby. She smiled and wished Dante a happy birthday and placed the baby in his hands. Dante was in complete shock that within 2 days he had become a father. He stood there, holding the baby at an awkward distance, looking confused. He could not figure out what to do. But his life had not always been running in this fast-forward mode. Some time ago, Dante's life was completely normal, just like everyone else's. We see him rushing to a party because he wanted to reach his fiancée before the new year began. The moment he spotted his fiancée from behind the New Year countdown was just about to end, so he grabbed her, turned her around, and kissed her. But the moment he pulled back, his face filled with horror. He had kissed the wrong woman. It was not entirely his fault. In reality, his fiancée and that girl were wearing absolutely identical outfits. Unfortunately, his fiancée saw all of this. In anger, she slapped Dante and walked away. Their relationship also ended right there. Dante was not particularly heartbroken about this and decided to go and meet the woman he had accidentally kissed, Alice. Time passed. Now Dante and Alice began living together. Then came October 26, 2010. Today was Dante's birthday. Alice dressed up in a beautiful gown and woke him up with singing and dancing. Then she made birthday pancakes for him. But Dante was not happy. He was now anxious because Alice had turned off his alarm, and now he was very late for work. Dante quickly ate something and rushed out of the house. Upon reaching the company, he remembered that there was a very important meeting today. He had completely forgotten. At that time, Alice was at home calmly making a painting. In the afternoon, she changed her clothes, put on a beautiful dress, and started preparing a birthday party together with friends. She decorated the entire house. Just then, Dante called and told her that after work, I will have to go to Dad's place. The meeting was during lunch, so I could not go then. In reality, Dante had promised he would come home early. At his father's house, Dante dropped off a package he had ordered. He did not feel like sitting and listening to his long stories, so he quickly said goodbye and left. He was just about to head back home when the carpenter called. The new bathroom door was ready, but if he did not pick it up today, he would have to wait many more months. Fitting the door in his small car was very difficult, but somehow he managed and set off toward home with the door. But luck was not on his side today. There was very heavy traffic on the way. By the time Dante reached home, it was completely dark. When he opened the door, he found that his friends had thrown him a surprise birthday party. Everyone was waiting for him. After chatting briefly with everyone, Dante slipped out for a little while so he could install the new bathroom door. While installing the door, his friend came and gave him a special gift: tickets to a roller coaster park for his 40th birthday. As children, both of them had been terrified of riding it, but they had always wanted to try it, so now they would fulfill their childhood wish. But Dante refused. He said that he did not have time for these things anymore. Maybe in 10 years, when he had worked really hard, he might get a little free time. Right now, he did not have any. Coming back to the party, Dante received all the gifts, spent a little time with everyone. Then Alice gave her gift, a painting she had made especially for Dante's birthday. The cake arrived, the candles were lit, and everyone was smiling. Dante made his wish that all of this would be over quickly and blew out the candles. That night, Alice appeared as a character from Dante's favorite movie. Dante was very happy to see her, and he took Alice in his arms and turned off the lights. The next morning, Dante woke up to his alarm. When he was coming out of the bedroom, he heard the sound of Alice getting sick in the bathroom. Dante thought maybe she had drunk too much last night. That must be why. But the moment he stepped into the living room, he felt something strange. a lot of the furniture he had never seen before. Then, the story reached back to where it had started. In one day, his wife was pregnant, and the next day he had a baby in his hands. After which he asked in shock, "What name did we give her?" "Galadriel. You do not even remember that much." Dante was stunned, but it turned out that when the baby was born, it was Dante himself who had chosen this name. Dante felt that something was wrong. His mind was spinning. He went to the doctor saying something was definitely not right with him, but the doctor said all the reports were normal. Dante was completely healthy. Dante thought that perhaps he had developed Alzheimer's like his father. He was starting to forget everything, but the doctor said that this disease does not pass from father to son. You are perhaps taking a little too much stress and nothing else. The doctor said to rest a little and spend time with family. Now Dante came home feeling dejected. A little later, Alice was trying to paint, but the baby's constant crying was stressing her out, and she started shouting at Dante that, "Is this child only mine? Why do you not look after her?" Then Dante came to his daughter and gently rocked her to sleep. A little while later, he thought he would splash some water on his face and freshen up a bit. But the moment he looked in the mirror, he saw that he now had a mustache. He went to the kitchen and looked at the calendar. October 26th, 2013. His birthday had come around again. Dante thought he would tell Alice everything truthfully, but the moment he said that nothing was right, Alice misunderstood him. She thought Dante was talking about their relationship. Dante tried to explain, but she was taking everything the wrong way. After this, Dante left for work. Before he left, Alice said that Galadriel is playing outside. At least go say bye to her. For a moment, Dante could not understand who she was talking about, but the moment he stepped outside, he saw that their daughter was walking on her own. Seeing this, Dante's breath stopped. Galadriel called him Papa, and Dante was overjoyed. He started making a fuss, saying, "She called me Papa. Look, she called me Papa." At this, Alice came outside and said, "What are you making such a big deal about? She has been calling you Papa for so long now." Dante still felt as though all of this was like a dream. After all of this, he went to the park and told his childhood friend Valerio everything. He has lived 3 years in just 3 days. He even went to the doctor, but nothing wrong was found. Valerio listened, but did not believe him either. He said that Dante should calm down and talk to Alice properly. "I hear you two are going to meet a therapist." Hearing this, Dante was shaken. After hearing all of this, he decided that he was quitting his job. Perhaps in this way he could fix his family. Reaching the office, he went straight to the director's cabin to hand in his resignation. When he knocked and went inside, the chair was completely empty. The boss was not there at all. In this confusion, he came outside and asked people where the director was. Hearing this, everyone burst out laughing. He turned back and saw that his own name was written on the door. Dante had become the director himself. In shock, he called for Francesca. His secretary told him that 8 months ago you received a promotion when the previous director retired. Do you not remember? After all, you have done so much work for this company. Anyway, Dante did not remember any of this, so he told Francesca that he was going to resign. But then, Francesca told him about the many benefits of this position. Such good family insurance and such a high salary you are not going to find anywhere else. Then, Dante understood that he was staying at the job for his family's sake. He also heard that Francesca had married a man from the office, and Dante himself had signed her honeymoon leave. Hearing all of this, he was completely stunned. A little while later, everyone came with a large cake for him. As he stepped out of the office, Dante noticed that he was no longer driving his cheap car, but an expensive Lexus. Just then, Alice called to say that, "I am waiting for you at the therapist's office." Dante said that, "I remember everything. I just forgot the address for a moment. Tell me the address, I am just nearby." In the therapist's room, Dante said that there was nothing wrong. Well, how could there be anything wrong for him, because only 3 days had passed for him? But for Alice, 3 years had gone by. Anyway, Alice said that Dante never gave any time to his family. He was always busy with office work. Sometimes he even slept in the office. All of these things stung Dante a little. On the way back, he said that, "I exhaust myself at the office for you so that you can sit at home and make your paintings in peace." Finally, Alice left for some work, and Dante came home. The house was full of toys scattered about. He found family photos on the table. He opened the fridge, took out a beer, took one sip, and put it back. The moment he closed the fridge, he saw that the photos were gone. There was no trace of his daughter either. Frightened, Dante called Alice. Alice reminded him that we had both decided we would live separately for a while. Now Dante was in shock about how their relationship had ended. He told Alice through tears that I need you, I love you. He asked Alice for her address. Alice said I will drop Galadriel off at dance class and then come meet you. She had barely hung up when another phone rang. He suddenly received a call from the nursing home. His ill father had sat himself at the edge of the balcony. He was just about to jump when Dante ran there. He went up to his father, who was sitting on the railing. Dante somehow talked his father down and stopped him. The moment he got back home, Dante was startled. Francesca was cooking in the kitchen. She wished him a happy birthday and kissed him. It turned out that just a little time after her marriage she had divorced, and for the past 6 months they had been having a secret affair. Dante was stunned about when all of this had happened. Just then, the doorbell rang. Alice had come there. In panic, Dante asked Francesca to hide in the bathroom. He needed to speak with Alice about something important, so Alice should not find out about any of this. He opened the door. Alice softly said that she had been missing him and that her paintings were going to have a solo show this time. In the middle of their conversation, Dante became very emotional. He said that I still love you. Alice, hiding her tears, said that she did too. But then her eyes fell on a woman's heels near the table. She understood everything. She completely lost it. She was furious at herself, at Dante, at everyone. She ran out of there. After she left a trouble, Dante ended his relationship with Francesca as well. He said directly that never come back here again. At this, Francesca also left in anger. But the moment the door closed, a sound came from the living room. Dante turned around and saw that Francesca was standing there again, holding 2 cocktail glasses in her hands that she had made for Dante's birthday. Dante erupted in anger. He said that all of this is wrong. There should not be this kind of relationship between a boss and a secretary. Hearing this, Francesca was very angry. She said that you were the one who started all of this. Fine, I am leaving. You will find someone much better than me easily. After Francesca left, Dante told all the guests to leave as well. He did not even know any of them. Among all of them, he saw only one real friend, Valerio. After everyone had gone, Dante started asking Valerio about Alice. Then he explained that on my 40th birthday I had made the wish that all of this would be over quickly, and ever since then, this entire mess has been happening. Meanwhile, Valerio was also very sad in his own life. He had not succeeded at work, nor built a family, nor had children. He had now taken alcohol as his only support, but even that was no longer filling the pain. Then, he remembered what he had gifted Dante on his birthday, the roller coaster tickets that the two of them had never been able to use. Now Dante quickly went to Alice and asked her to come back, but Alice refused. She said that every year on your birthday you say the same thing, but then the entire year nothing changes. I am exhausted. Now we should live separate lives. For years I kept thinking that without you I am nothing, but now things have changed. She is no longer weak. She has learned to live on her own terms. Saying happy birthday, Alice closed the door. Dante was broken. He started banging on her door and shouting that I love you. Give me one more chance. Then a stranger opened the door. He was Omar, Alice's new boyfriend. He started thinking that Dante was perhaps joking about not recognizing him because they had met many times before. Just then, Dante's daughter Galadriel came there. He was completely stunned to see her. She was now 5 years old. In the past 3 days, he had not seen Galadriel even once, and in those 3 days, 3 years had passed for her. At the park, Dante spent some time with his daughter. After asking a little, she told him that Mum and Omar had been living together for quite some time now. Now Dante started asking Galadriel that, my dear, what do you like? What do you not like? Tell me. She softly said that she just wanted Papa to spend more time with her, not to stay lost in his phone, computer, and work. After walking a little, Dante dropped her home, and there he met Omar again. Just then, their puppy came to Dante carrying a ball. Dante threw the ball a little distance away, and the puppy ran to fetch it. But the moment the puppy came back, it had grown into a big dog. Dante understood that another year had passed. His phone rang, and Valerio said that I have been waiting for you in the park for half an hour. When are you coming? During their conversation, Valerio mentioned that Alice was still with Omar. He had also posted some photos on Instagram. Poor Dante did not even know what Instagram was. Anyway, Dante was still unable to digest that Alice was with Omar. Hearing this, Valerio was confused. Have you been taking something? Just yesterday you were saying that Omar was a good guy. It is fine that Alice is with him. Then Valerio told him about Alice's art exhibition. People had really loved her paintings. Dante said that he wanted to go see the exhibition right now. This confused Valerio even more because they had both been there just a few days ago. He started wondering whether this man had started drinking first thing in the morning, but just then Dante noticed that Valerio was drinking juice. Dante was happy and said, "Hey, when did you quit?" Then Valerio laughed and said that ever since the cancer was diagnosed. He said that there were still 5 sessions left. After that, the doctors would say whether there was any chance of survival or not. Walking in the park, Dante was reminded of those roller coaster tickets. For years, he never got the time, but now it felt like this was the right time. But this time, Valerio refused. "Right now, brother, I am in absolutely no condition to do any of this." While leaving, Dante hugged him and promised that they would meet tomorrow. That night, Dante arrived at Alice's art exhibition. In the paintings, he could see his entire life laid out before him. Then, he came back home and started looking at old photos. He understood that now he would have to let go of Alice. The time had come to change his life. Later, he went to visit his father. He said through tears that all my life I never wanted to become like you, but in the end I made the same mistakes you made. His father started talking restlessly, saying that today I bunked school and went to the beach with my friend. Dante understood that the illness had progressed further. His father had now forgotten everything after his own school days. Suddenly, his father started coughing very badly. Dante went to get water. When he came back, the chair was completely empty. All the things were packed in boxes. Another year had passed again. Coming out of the nursing home, Dante first of all called his friend Valerio. When he did not pick up, Dante panicked. He thought that his friend must have died. But a little while later, he found Valerio standing right there, alive and in perfect health. The two of them embraced each other, and when the birthday topic came up, Dante said that today we are definitely going on the roller coaster. This time, without thinking twice, both of them reached the park. The ride started, and both of them started screaming and laughing like children. But then in the middle of the ride, Dante fainted. When he regained consciousness, he had a huge number of messages from his office. Now, Valerio took his car and rushed straight to the office. On the way, he called Alice and said that tonight, you and our daughter both come and stay at my place. Alice agreed, even though she did not particularly want to. Reaching the office, Dante announced in front of everyone that he was taking all of his remaining vacation days. For the next 3 months and 4 days, if anyone messages me, I will have them fired. Before leaving, Dante apologized to Francesca that he had treated her badly. On the way home, Dante stopped at an animal shelter and adopted a dog. This would be a small gift for his daughter. Upon reaching home, Dante surprised his daughter by giving her that puppy. He told Alice that today, all 3 of us will spend the day together. All 3 of them painted together, changed into costumes, and dressed up. They played all day with their dog, and for the first time they had the kind of time together as a real family that Dante had never had before. Then, Dante sat with Galadriel and started reading her a story. When he pulled out a book from the bag, he understood that it was a book Alice had written for her daughter. The moment the story ended, Dante hugged his daughter tightly and promised that he would always be there for her. The next morning when he woke up, the bed was empty. He got up and stepped outside and smiled to see that Alice, Galadriel, and the little puppy were all in the kitchen. Yesterday was Dante's birthday. Today, all 3 of them cleaned up a little together and made pancakes for him. At that moment, Dante understood that finally the next day had arrived. The date had changed to October 27th. Alice looked at his face and asked whether everything was okay. Dante softly said yes. A little while later, he told the truth. In the past few years, I was completely lost. I could not understand what I was doing, what I was living for. Those times will not come back, but now I understand what I need to do going forward. At this, Alice said that nothing changes in just one day, to which Dante replied that people do change. I have taken 3 months and 4 days of leave just for you all. This time, things will be different. Trust me. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Like the video, subscribe to Cinema Recap, hit the bell icon, and let me know your thoughts on the movie in the comments section.